In Malaysia, the fascinating interplay of multiple cultures, religions, and traditions plays a central role in creating a unique cultural mosaic that both astonishes and captivates those who encounter it. This Southeast Asian nation, deeply rooted in historical influences from the West, China, and India, offers a compelling glimpse into a world that is simultaneously modern and firmly anchored in centuries-old practices. From behavioral codes to social norms that may seem surprising or even shocking to outsiders, Malaysia remains a land full of unexpected wonders. One fact, revealed at the end of this video, is guaranteed to amaze you, so don't miss it. Before we immerse ourselves in the captivating realm of Malaysian traditions and idiosyncrasies, be sure to click that subscribe button so you won't miss any more exciting content. Now, let's explore together the 10 unique and astonishing aspects of Malaysia that you may never have heard of. Welcome to World Marvels. 10. Women in Malaysia, a surprising choice. Malaysia's attitude toward women's roles in society is an extraordinarily fascinating subject, especially when it involves women making unconventional relationship decisions. In a country where polygamy is permitted under Islamic law, many Malaysian women consciously decide to marry a man who already has multiple wives. This decision, which may seem perplexing to outsiders, is not a result of oppression. Rather, it represents a multifaceted blend of financial security, social support, and cultural norms. For numerous women, choosing to become a second or third wife is a pragmatic decision. It often provides them with greater economic stability, access to improved educational opportunities for their children, and enhanced social safety nets. Intriguingly, polygamy in Malaysia is subject to stringent legal oversight and accountability measures. Before a man can take an additional wife, he must demonstrate to a Sharia court that he possesses the requisite financial means to support multiple households. This requirement has effectively reduced the number of polygamous unions, since many men are unable to satisfy the financial criteria. Within this social framework, one observes a deeply ingrained appreciation for mutual respect and adaptability. Women frequently form robust, supportive networks within their extended families, including co-wives who collaborate rather than compete. Rather than viewing one another as rivals, these women often engage in cooperative relationships that distribute household responsibilities and child-rearing duties in ways that foster unity and solidarity. This kind of sisterhood, forged in the fires of shared experience, stands as a remarkable hallmark of Malaysian society, showcasing how collaboration is nurtured over conflict. 9. Dining customs, the right-hand rule. One of the most striking cultural practices in Malaysia is the custom of eating with the right hand. In a predominantly Muslim nation, the right hand is deemed clean and is reserved for activities like eating, greeting, and handing over objects, while the left hand is considered impure, being associated with personal hygiene tasks. This norm transcends mere habit. It is a societal expectation that permeates daily life, from street-side hawker stalls to traditional family eateries, where meals are often consumed with hands rather than utensils. Compared to Western countries where forks and spoons reign supreme, eating with one's hands in Malaysia is more than a practical convenience. It is a profound sign of cultural respect. For many Western tourists, the notion of forgoing cutlery in favor of direct tactile contact with food may seem unusual or even unsanitary. Yet this practice offers a deeper, more intimate engagement with cuisine, connecting diners physically and emotionally to the textures, temperatures, and aromas of each dish. Sharing a meal in this way fosters a sense of community, solidarity, and mutual respect among participants. Observing and honoring this tradition can significantly enrich your culinary journey in Malaysia. It underscores the importance of cultural sensitivity and the recognition that simple actions, like choosing which hand to use, carry weighty symbolic meaning. By adopting the right-hand dining custom, visitors demonstrate their willingness to embrace local values and participate fully in communal dining experiences, thereby forging a richer cross-cultural connection. 8. Public displays of affection, an absolute taboo. While in many Western countries public displays of affection, PDAs, such as kissing or holding hands, are considered commonplace and even celebrated, in Malaysia the scenario is completely different. Owing to the significant influence of Islam on societal values, public kisses, embraces, or prolonged physical contact between couples are strictly forbidden, especially in more rural or conservative regions. These cultural norms reflect Malaysia's commitment to maintaining social decorum and upholding the cultural values that define its identity. Foreign visitors must be mindful of these expectations to avoid discomfort, scandal, or even fines. The contrast between Western nations, where PDAs are often viewed as a basic human right, and Malaysia, where they are frowned upon, highlights a key cultural divergence. Even in urban centers like Kuala Lumpur, where attitudes toward PDA are somewhat more relaxed, couples are still expected to exercise restraint. In deeply religious or countryside areas, any overt sign of romantic affection in public can provoke disapproval or legal repercussions. This juxtaposition of modern urban license and traditional rural conservatism illustrates the dynamic tension between progress and tradition that characterizes modern Malaysia. 7. Malaysia's nightlife, a blend of tradition and modernity. When night falls, Malaysia transforms into a vibrant playground of entertainment that seamlessly merges contemporary indulgence with time-honored customs. From the bustling heart of metropolitan districts to the laid-back vibes of coastal towns, Malaysia's nightlife caters to a wide spectrum of tastes. In Kuala Lumpur's famed Bukit Bintang district, you can find world-class nightclubs where electronic dance music and hip-hop rhythms fill the air, energizing crowds of young partygoers. Upscale rooftop bars offer breathtaking cityscape views, where patrons sip innovative cocktails and sample international cuisine. If, however, you wish to experience the more traditional side of Malaysian nights, the night markets, locally known as Pasar Malam, are the perfect destination. These open-air bazaars teem with vendors selling local street food, handcrafted souvenirs, and live entertainment, presenting a multisensory tapestry of sights, sounds, and aromas. Penang and Malacca, two cities rich in historical heritage, host regular cultural festivals featuring light and sound installations, traditional music performances, and artisanal workshops. These celebrations embody the harmonious coexistence of modern creativity and ancient traditions. Still, it's crucial to recognize that, although lively, Malaysia's nightlife operates within the parameters set by local customs. Alcohol regulations vary significantly across states. While bars in Penang may operate late into the night with relative freedom, in more religiously conservative states, such as Kelantan, the sale and consumption of alcoholic beverages are heavily restricted or outright banned. This interplay between the cosmopolitan ambience of urban nightlife and the measured restraint of conservative communities offers visitors a panoramic view of Malaysia's multifaceted character. It underscores the nation's remarkable capacity to embrace innovation while retaining reverence for its cultural roots. 6. Alcohol, strict regional variations. Alcohol consumption in Malaysia presents a compelling paradox. Although the country is predominantly Muslim, with religious injunctions that discourage or forbid drinking, alcoholic beverages remain part of everyday life in many regions, largely due to the country's multicultural demographic, which includes substantial Chinese, Indian, and other ethnic communities. In urban hubs such as Kuala Lumpur and its neighboring state of Selangor, licensed bars, pubs, and gourmet restaurants serve a wide array of domestic and imported beers, wines, and spirits. The legal drinking age, extensive selection of beverages, and relative affordability compared to neighboring countries make Malaysian cities popular destinations for nightlife enthusiasts and international tourists alike. Breweries and craft beer bars have proliferated in recent years, reflecting a growing interest in artisanal and locally produced drinks. Conversely, in states like Kelantan and Terengganu, governed by stricter interpretations of Sharia law, alcohol consumption is strictly prohibited for Muslims, and vendors caught selling alcoholic products face severe penalties, which can include fines and imprisonment. Non-Muslims in these states may still purchase alcohol in licensed shops, but restrictions on sales hours, locations, and advertising are much tighter. These regional discrepancies illustrate Malaysia's deliberate attempt to strike a balance between liberal and conservative values. Alcohol legislation in Malaysia embodies the government's efforts to respect religious beliefs while accommodating the customs of its diverse populace, thereby fostering peaceful coexistence among communities with differing worldviews. 5. The ban on yellow clothing. In 2016, Malaysia shocked the world with a controversial decree, a nationwide ban on wearing yellow clothing. On the surface, this rule might appear trivial, but its political implications run deep. Yellow had become the emblematic color of the Bersih movement, a coalition of activists and civil society groups campaigning for electoral reform, government transparency, and anti-corruption measures. Sensing a threat to its political stability, the Malaysian government effectively criminalized the public display of yellow as a means of suppressing dissent. This prohibition applied equally to citizens and tourists alike. Anyone found donning yellow attire could face warnings, fines, or even arrest, depending on the perceived severity of the violation. To some observers, the ban seemed draconian, an overreach that conflated innocuous apparel with subversive political dissent. Nonetheless, it underscored the pervasive role politics can play in everyday life, revealing how governments can leverage sartorial regulations to assert control over public expression. The ban's ripple effects extended to the fashion and advertising industries. Designers, retailers, and marketing agencies scrambled to remove yellow hues from their collections and campaigns, resulting in a rapid visual shift across Malaysia's streets, shops, and billboards. Once associated with auspiciousness, joy, and prosperity, yellow was recast as a symbol of political defiance, illustrating the potent power of color as a cultural and ideological signifier. 4. The ban on showing armpits on television. Another distinctive regulation in Malaysia concerns the depiction of women's armpits on television. In this predominantly Muslim society, exposing such body parts on broadcast media is deemed excessively provocative, clashing with widely held ideals of modesty and propriety. Western audiences may find it perplexing that armpits, normally covered by short sleeves or sleeveless tops in many countries, are subject to censorship. Yet in Malaysia, television networks adhere to stringent content guidelines that prioritize religious and cultural sensibilities. Female actors, hosts, and presenters must ensure that their attire covers the shoulders and underarms, even when depicting casual or athletic scenarios. This broadcasting standard shines a light on the profound influence of religious principles on public life. Regulations governing bodily representation extend beyond mere dress codes, affecting everything from costume design to camera framing. By enforcing these rules, Malaysian authorities aim to preserve a public image that aligns with the collective values of decency and respect. 3. The Tidong wedding rituals. Malaysia is also home to some of the most unique wedding customs in the world. Among the indigenous Tidong people of northeastern Borneo, one extraordinary tradition prohibits newlyweds from using the bathroom for the first 3 days after their marriage. This custom is not merely a physical trial. It carries profound spiritual and cultural significance. According to Tidong belief, defying this rule invites misfortune, infertility, or even the dissolution of the union. The couple is carefully monitored by family elders, who administer minimal amounts of food and water to ensure the ritual's strict observance. To an outsider, this practice may seem extreme, even cruel. Yet for the Tidong, it symbolizes patience, loyalty, and sacrifice, the very pillars of a strong and enduring marriage. Successfully enduring this ordeal demonstrates the couple's commitment to each other and to the traditions of their community, reinforcing the bonds that tie them to their ancestral heritage. 2. Forbidden public affection revisited. Although we touched on public displays of affection earlier, it bears repeating in a broader context, as it reflects the overarching Malaysian ethos regarding intimate conduct. In many parts of the world, hugging, kissing, and hand-holding are expressions of love and companionship that people freely share. In Malaysia, however, such gestures remain socially unacceptable, especially outside major urban areas. This taboo extends beyond mere social stigma. It is often enforced by local ordinances and community watch groups. Tourists and expatriates need to be particularly cautious. An innocent kiss goodbye at a bus stop in a rural town could result in hostile reactions or legal sanctions. Even in Kuala Lumpur, couples are advised to reserve their affectionate moments for private settings, such as their homes or designated couples' corners in certain malls and parks. By adhering to these unwritten rules, visitors not only avoid trouble but also demonstrate cultural respect, acknowledging that what might be a simple act of tenderness elsewhere could be deeply offensive in Malaysia. 1. The yellow ban, political power, and cultural symbolism reiterated. We conclude with a final emphasis on the ban against yellow attire, an edict that speaks volumes about Malaysia's intricate relationship between politics, culture, and everyday life. In 2016, when the government outlawed yellow as a color of protest, it transformed a hue long associated with good fortune into a vehicle for political oppression. The law applied universally, encompassing public events, commercial advertising, and personal wardrobes. Infractions carried substantial penalties, from fines to potential detention. The ban's breadth illustrated how governments can manipulate cultural symbols to suppress dissent, control public perception, and fortify political authority. The aftermath rippled throughout the fashion landscape. Designers hastily reworked their palettes, brands altered campaigns, and the public instinctively distanced themselves from yellow. As a result, Malaysia's visual environment underwent a rapid metamorphosis, with yellow's once positive connotations supplanted by an aura of contentious defiance. Malaysia stands as a compelling testament to how political, religious, and cultural forces can shape citizens' daily lives in remarkable and unexpected ways. From edicts on public affection to the social conventions governing polygamy, the nation presents a rich tapestry in which tradition and modernity coexist, sometimes uneasily, yet often harmoniously. The facts we've explored offer profound insights into the Malaysian psyche, illustrating how communities negotiate the boundary between preserving heritage and embracing globalization. Whether it's the carefully regulated practice of polygamy, the ceremonial test of the Tidong newlyweds, or the politically charged ban on a color, these customs prompt us to reconsider our assumptions about freedom, identity, and social order. Now that you've discovered these singular Malaysian traditions and regulations, we'd love to hear your thoughts. Which of these facts surprised you the most? Do you believe these customs still hold relevance today, or have they become outdated relics? Share your reflections in the comments below, and don't forget to like this video, share it with friends, and subscribe to World Marvels for more extraordinary global wonders. Thank you for watching. We hope you've gained fresh perspectives on Malaysia and its captivating customs. Stay curious, and we'll see you next time on World Marvels.